Welcome back to Jaman Punit Indonesia, the English version. Today, we're hyped to talk about the rising stars of Indonesian football, the Under-17 squad who's making waves in the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup. Could this be the golden generation? Let's get into it. Some people has been saying that the tactics are giving big Shin Taeyong energy. Has Coach Nova basically become STA 2.0? I'm gonna go to Mas Firzi, of course.
I mean,
Shin Taeyong
are we always
2.0.
going? No,
Agree or disagree?
No, I think, obviously, Coach Nova learns a lot from Shin, especially the preparation before the tournament. He emphasized on discipline, he emphasized on hard work, and he emphasized on physical building for the players to be more competitive in the Asian stage. That's one thing, but also he gives his own flavor, his own touch on the team. Yeah, that's a great one. And with the PSSI giving all the time and all the resources for Coach Nova to work, the training camp, I think in 3 different cities, and the acclimatization process in Dubai. Yeah, I think with 2 or 3
matches.
friendly matches to hone the system. This is a very joint effort. It's unbelievable what they're doing right now. The players, they showed a level of maturity on their games. We talk about this often. They may be under 17s, but what we saw in the under 17 level in the 2023 World Cup, I watched a lot of games in the stadium. So Brazil, England, France, especially Argentina, Germany. That's a very high level for under 17s. And the way Zahabi took the first goal that's what under 17 level right now is. It's a very high technical level that proves that we can compete in. Yeah, sure, 2 wins to go to the World Cup because FIFA expanded it to 48 teams, whereas in 2023 it's 24. But by beating South Korea and beating Yemen so convincingly, with the substitutions that Coach Nova made, the way he manages the team, this is a very, very promising side also. But calling them golden generation, I think is just putting them a lot more pressure than what they are supposed to carry right now. But we don't want to be ahead of ourselves also. But this is a great team performance from them.
Adi?
I'll help Firzi. Nova Arianto is his own coach. Inspired maybe, but he is his own coach. He has his own style, and the comfort that he gives to the players on the pitch to express themselves, still very young. A lot of mistakes will be made by a team that is very young, under 17 level, so we can't put pressure on these players. Maybe there will be a bad game, potentially maybe against Afghanistan with the changes that will be made by Coach Nova because the team has qualified for the knockout stages.
He said there will be rotation.
Of course, and I don't, it's not going to be surprising if maybe 5 or 6
giving
players.
minutes for players who
goalkeepers,
haven't played yet.
defenders. But you look at the back line, which is the core of the team, and you look at Matthew Baker, you look at Putu Panji, Ghazali doing very well, and then both flanks, Daniel Alfredo with his energy coming up the pitch, and then Fabio Asca with the long throws, with the way that he is so comfortable on the ball going forward. The ball carries towards the opposition penalty box from both wings. It's just incredible to see such positivity. And you know that Nova is a great coach because the players on the pitch, they know what to do in not just one instance, but not just with the ball, but off the ball, very comfortable. They set so compact, and they move as a unit. And this is coaching. This is what it's all about in under 17, trying to develop the players, because there's still a lot of steps for these players, but you have to have that platform. You give them that canvas to work with the coaching staff, with the players, and this is what is so beautiful about the side. And PSSI again with the the way that they're treating this young team, and then giving all the resources for Coach Nova, with the TCs. The most important was, after a lot of TCs in many different cities in Indonesia, and they go to Dubai and they have this matches against teams that I think has the similarity of play with the teams in the group, and then you get the results against China, you get the results against the UAE, which is a great maybe stepping stone towards the tournament. So, and then the momentum continues, and then you go to that first match. It was a massive match against Korea Republic, 2 times champions for the under-17s. And then you go there with such swagger, confidence, you know what to do, you know how to hurt them, and you be patient. Patience is not easy for young players.
True.
So that is unbelievable, and maturity is what Firzi has just stated, and all the players performing very well. Even with the way that Nova is using, for example, Fandi Ahmad, he goes in second half and not finish the match on both occasions. But he did what he had to do in terms of destroying the opponents in that half space, and then you can create situations where it's uncomfortable for the wing backs to interact with you, and then you create opportunities for your friends, for your teammates. So everybody's doing their job, and they don't mind, because they know the coach knows what to do in certain situations to get the victory.
I agree with all that, and I think the last thing we want to do is, with Firzi said again about being golden generation and whatnot, is put pressure on these. Which is golden generation is stupid. But no, it's putting pressure on them and calling them the golden generation or whatnot. They're 17. I was watching the game and I don't know who the commentator was.
It's not me.
It's probably not you.
You're not watching the one.
You're not watching sports.
You
don't
But
watch.
I'm not gonna say anything because I'm currently under contract. So
it could be Adi. But some commentator said they're born. Somebody scored the goal. I can't remember this moment, but this person was born 2008.
okay.
I'm like, I felt so, because I can remember what I was doing in 2008.
It was Evandra. 17 June
one of the best players, by the
2008.
way. So yeah, it's I think the last thing to do, what's that?
No, I said I was in high school, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to continue.
I
think I was as well.
Yeah, why don't we talk about Kiko Makeda's goal?
Kiko Makeda, 17 years
Where
old.
were you?
Yeah.
Against Aston Villa.
And then gone.
If you were not born in that moment, then we are.
Anyways, what was I going to say? No, but I agree with being disciplined. The back three line is so good, and it's so good because you get a lot of support from the wing backs and also the midfield as well. It's working quite well, and everybody's listening to Coach Nova. And again, with players being so young, I think he set a rule of no social media during the tournament or something.
That's the way to go.
That's a lot of things that it's not just on the pitch stuff, which it's off the pitch as well, because they're so young. You just have to control a lot of things, and it's good that they're listening to the staff and to the coach as well. And congratulations, it's definitely something good for our football, for the future of our football, and we can't single out just one player being good. It's definitely all of them. So
but
good.
I think I need to single out one player. Shout out to Nazril Shahdan. Brilliant. Coming into the side, making things stick for others, unselfish, knows what he has to do in terms of covering in that back line as an extra defender, going forward, very comfortable. I think he's just an excellent player.
Yeah, and talking about the defensive solidity of this team, that goal that we concede against Yemen, I think it's the first time that the boys concede a goal since qualification in 5 matches. Matthew there, Putu, and especially Dafa, the goalkeeper. He's so composed on the ball, and the way he claimed those big long diagonals from the players. When I was 16, 17, I was also a goalkeeper, but I was a nervous wreck every time a cross come into the penalty box. So in that sense, the pressure that he's in is so scary about how confident he is on claiming high balls, and those solidity at the back give a lot of confidence for the players on the front. And the substitution also, when Rafi came in, when Josh came in,
Key pass.
they give big contributions to the game. And when Coach Nova changed Zahabi and Fadli Alberto, I think the two goal scorers in the first half against Yemen, and at halftime he took them both off. That just goes to show the game management that Nova has implemented at the team. And even though we were a bit under their attack, especially after the penalty, they keep their composure, they keep their calmness, and then with the further substitution that they have, they exploited the spaces in the Yemen defensive line. So we're so lucky to have a great young coach as Coach Nova and his team doing well with the players that they have. The future of our football.
I thought it was unlucky though to concede that penalty because he got stuck.
Lewis Kelly versus Jack.
And I think it was
stuck. It was
just
outside the penalty. They don't have VAR too, right? So
there's no VAR, so they
that was
cannot
unlucky.
check it.
Could have been six games.
But the mistake that Putu Panji did was he gave the opponent towards goal. That space that he gave towards the goal side space. That's a problem if you're a defender and you start to panic if the opponent has that situation.
How advanced is this team tactically compared to the other Asian youth teams?
I think when they perform like they did in the first two matches, tactically well equipped, well adapted to the opponent, and this flexibility is something that's, I think, special, because not every team can do what we're seeing from Indonesia under 17 is you adapt to the opponent, and then you can have situations where it counts, you can hurt them. In the first game, you play that deep defensive line and then you counter quick, but then you can change it in the mid block, and then you can do a lot of stuff there where you can trap the opponent and trap the wing backs of Korea Republic. And when you look at Hee-jung is a focal point in that front where his height should be a problem, but now for this under 17 side, it's not a problem at all because the timing is correct. The way Putu Panji reach situation is excellent, and the covers from that midfield, they work as a unit very well off the ball. So it's not a problem. Then when you look at that second match against Yemen, and then you start on the front foot, even Yemen was surprised because I think they were set up to wait for what is going to happen from Indonesia, and then they were stunned by that pace, by their slickness of play in that final third. I think Mirza is the one that is so unlucky because in two matches he goes into situations where almost as if he is Darwin Nunez. He's in a perfect spot, but he can't finish. The decision making it's normal for a kid going towards a great tournament like this. It's an experience for him. So with Coach Nova playing him in two matches as a starter, credit to him. The second game he was better, and then he has this more idea of what to do in the front line in terms of trying to make things stick. And Zahabi Goli is just Zahabi Goli. His instinct, it's just phenomenal. You can't teach that. You can't teach it. What you can do is nurture, but you can't teach that, because if you teach something to Zahabi and maybe trying to refine his game, it's going to take out this type of ability that he has naturally. So when you look at that finish, that is one of the best goals in the tournament. And if he can do this in every single match, where he can be special in one moment, in one situation, being clinical, I think he will hold the key for Indonesia to go further, and not just the
and that's why the way Nova manages his game time is exceptional. Also, not putting a lot of pressure on one player, but dividing the pressure to all the squad, having the bench players ready to come in and contribute to the game. It's not easy at this level, but great match also, because we know that Yemen also start off the tournament with a win. They won 2-0 against Afghanistan. They also have a great confidence in their team. As I said, after that penalty goal, there's a moment where we are like very vulnerable, but we don't give them a lot of chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't give them a lot of clear-cut chances, and then we capitalized on the transition. We played solidly again at the back. We exploited them for pace, for a lot of the area between the half spaces, and that 2 goals are rightly, deservedly for our players.
Going against
Yeah.
Afghanistan this Friday, is there any big changes that Coach Nova should be doing?
Yeah,
or-
just what Adi said, and Coach Nova has already said after the game against Yemen yesterday that he's gonna give playing time to the players that doesn't have minutes yet. I think this is a great touch for him also to give all the players this experience of playing in the Asian Cup, preparing them for the under-17 World Cup later this year, giving them that experience, that minutes play that will be important for the morale for the team. And I'm not surprised if he makes like 5 or 6 changes, but keeping that momentum is also important. So he must balance that between giving the players that hasn't played from the start or haven't had minutes yet opportunity to play, but also maintaining that momentum, because we know from a lot of senior tournaments, if the team already qualified from the first 2 matches and then they change too much at the last match, and then they come with that defeat or draw into the knockout stages, it's not really that great for the mental side of the team. Keeping that momentum is important.
Can we see the lineup prediction one more time? How are you guys liking the prediction that Abrar has made for us?
I like it.
You don't like it?
I like it. I like,
like it?
I like it. No, I like it because we saw Josh Holong coming in the second half, and he was quite comfortable with the ball. He almost provided an assist, if not for the missed first attempt. I like to see that. So I think Evandra should still be there because he's quite quite crucial for the midfield, connecting the back line and going up forward. So I overall like this as well. I think with this, the mindset is still keeping that momentum, as Firzi said. It'll be very great to get that W again and still test out the system with different players. So,
Well, I think goalkeeper. I think he's going to change the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Dafa. I think in the back line, you can rotate Matthew Baker, you can rotate Putu Panji, but not Al Ghazani. He's the steal in that back line. I think he will play. Daniel Alfredo, I think, will get a rest. In that midfield, it's going to be interesting because Nazril Alvaro Shada, maybe he will play. Evandra Florasta maybe not playing. And then Rafi is going to be a starter for sure. Fandi Ahmad also. But Josh Holong, I don't know. Maybe he's going to be off the bench. Yeah, I think the goalkeeper
Mirza
is
his
the
goal.
change. Yeah, Mirza.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think it'll be great if Mirza and Zahabi Goli can start the match, and then you take them off second half.
Time again.
Yeah, and continuing what Firzi is stating about momentum, about don't change it too much. But I think 4 is enough for that rotation, including the goalkeeper. 5 or 6 maybe too many, but we shall see because we have the comfort of watching other teams trying to get a victory. And this is something unthinkable because you think about Korea Republic, you think about, automatically they will go through, and then who will be with them? That second position. But now it's Indonesia and who. That's just a fun thing to see now.
Haven't
Because
had that
we're
in a while.
guaranteed place in the number one place,
Yeah.
winner of the group.
How good is that?
Yeah.
Would it be in the same competition?
How good is it for
Kind of
Eric to
mind-blowing,
see this? Because
actually.
like under 23 beating Korea Republic,
Yeah.
and then under 17 doing the same. That's a great statement, and now it's unbelievable. And looking at what he has done and what he did so far to change everything in such a short moment of space, a time.
True.
Should we talk prediction going against Afghanistan? Adi, Kiko? Firzi?
Yeah, with the changes. So yeah, a draw should be a great result.
Crucial, Yeah, we're being realistic here. Also,
Yeah.
of course, the expectation is for the boys to win, but we don't want
Yep.
to give them too much pressure because we're gonna
We're
go
guaranteed a
through. We're
place
guaranteed a
already.
place
Mhm.
already. And the interesting bit is who are we gonna play next? Because between North Korea, Tajikistan, and Oman, there still can
A
be a
possibility, yeah.
possibility. Yeah, there, because we're gonna go up against the runners-up in their group. Yeah, but cause for optimism also if we look at the composition from Group D. Yeah, I would like us to keep on the momentum of winning, but if we got a draw and the performance is more important. I
Yeah.
mean, if it's a draw but the performance is still good and the team is still playing as they are in the last two games, I think it will be a great basis, a great platform for us to attack the knockout stages and hopefully go further also, and being a semi-finalist also, like the last time we did it in 1990, right?
Yeah,
When we unfortunately lost that time 5-0 to China. But that's the furthest we go in the under-17 Asian Cup. Maybe if we can go a bit further than that.
Who's ideal
Diego?
who's ideal that we could face in the knockout? Because I think Oman is ideal. I think
Oman, yeah.
North Korea is ideal, but not Tajikistan.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, just the way that they play,
Yeah.
the way that they are set up,
What?
almost the same as Uzbekistan, and we always struggle against
Yeah.
They're
the likes
physical,
of
right? Yeah.
Uzbekistan, technical players
Yeah.
in the midfield, and then you have one defensive midfielder who is outstanding, and then quality central defenders. But you look at Oman, it's almost the same as when you look at Yemen and the way that they play with the system,
Yeah.
and then North Korea, not that far away from Korea Republic. So I think Tajikistan is going to be something that is unpredictable, but we can take care of North Korea, we can take care of Oman.
But I think as it stands right now, we're gonna get Tajikistan, right? As it stands, because
Yeah.
North Korea is
First.
first, and then
Yeah.
Tajikistan second, Oman third. Yeah, so
After that,
look
we're
forward.
gonna get, if we won, of course,
Surprise me.
Uzbekistan or the United Arab Emirates. So yeah, Uzbekistan, we know from the age
Yeah.
groups they're really, really
Yeah.
good. So yeah, anything can happen.
prediction is same as them. I know you're gonna ask me that. Prediction is same as them. I'm comfortable with the draw, but again, I think hearing here and there, they still want to get that winning momentum. So.
Yeah. Right, so that's a wrap for today's episode. As always, it's a pleasure having you guys here with
Cheers.
us. Thank
Sure,
you so
sure.
much, and
A
once
pleasure.
again, happy
Oh,
belated
likewise.
birthday.
Happy
Mas
birthday.
Fauzi.
Happy birthday,
Fauzi.
We'll see you guys on the next episode only on DVI EV. Bye.